Welcome to Crypto Driller. Today I want to take a look into the Shkary Shark project. I want to understand if this project is undervalued or not. What's happening with this project? Long story short, this project was launched October 16. The minting price was 1 Solana, and the current status of the project is the following. The floor price is very low. We're talking about 0.45 Solanas, the floor price, and the price has been steadily dropping since the mint time. Why is that happening? You can see here the price history, how it has been dropping with time. Now it's kind of stabilizing the price, right? But why this happened? This is one question you might have if you are not involved with the project at all. The main problem was related to the launch of the project. First of all, the project was delayed a couple of times. Not a couple, multiple times. First, it was delayed 24 hours, then was delayed 2.5 hours, and it was announced even like 10 or 20 minutes before the minting time. Community really got angry. What's happening with the project? Why it cannot be released, and so on. And then I think the worst part come at the minting time. Just when it went live for minting, no one could mint their sharks, and this was a problem. This was a problem for this project in a specific. Now, I will give you my own opinion in this video about what I think about this project, how I see this project, and what are my thoughts, of course, right? So, first of all, to understand if this project is undervalued or not, I think I will first introduce you three pros that this project has. I identify three of these, right? Let's start with the first one. The first pro, I think, is the art. The art is beautiful. I love it. It's very cool. It's very modern. I love the colors. I love the sharks. It's really a gem. This is a gem. The art is a gem in this project. There is no doubt about it. If you compare these illustrations with others from other NFT projects, this is very cool. I love that. Another thing is that the team of this project is anonymous, but the artist itself is the only public person related to the project. And this person is very skilled, has a very nice skills for art. In general, you can find him in social media, such as Instagram. Let's take a look into Instagram. Just look at that art. It's beautiful. It's very unique. He just usually these type of colors. It's very nice. Also, you can look him in YouTube. He has a lot of videos in YouTube. Even he has a lot of subscribers, about 100K. This is a lot of subscribers. There's a big community following this artist, right? So this is true art, right? And even if you look into some of his videos, you can take a look on how he builds these different illustrations. Basically, he starts with drawing with paper and pencil, then he digitized the image, then he add the colors, then he add the details and so on. So art from this project is something beautiful. I love that portion of the project, right? The second portion of the project I love is the roadmap. I think the roadmap is really good. I love they have divided the roadmap in different stages. They have a vision. They know where they want to go, right? So this is very important. Currently in the roadmap, we're located at the migration. So basically this is the listing of the NFTs in secondary markets, specifically Solana art. So we are at that stage, right? Then they are proposing to have a DAO. For those of you that don't know what's a DAO, it's a decentralized autonomous organization. So basically this means if you're a token holder that you have voting rights, right? For the deciding what are the future directions of the project or how to invest the gains from the project and so on. So that's cool. And all the gains go to a treasury wallet that is called the Grotto. Another thing, something cool about the project, sorry I didn't mention this before, is that they have a lot of elements from the Hawaiian culture, right? So this is very nice as well, right? They have staking rewards as well, and even they will give away $5,000 to 4 lucky winners. So this is very nice, right? So this is the second, the roadmap, right? And the third pro I identify in the project is the DAO itself, right? I talk about the DAO, but I think this is a very nice concept they are working around. And even if you want more information, you can go to Medium and look into an article, or I don't know, to this website where they give a lot of details about the DAO. And Just here I have some highlights. Basically, if you're part of the DAO, you receive 100% of secondary sales, and this is accumulated in a wallet, and basically the token holders can decide how this is invested, right? And this of course works very nicely for the capital growth and the execution of the project itself. So the members can decide if to reinvest or how distribute these profits between the holders, right? So this is a very, very nice concept, right? Another thing, of course, just first to clarify, is developers will first take the lead in this and proposing how execute the project itself, but the end goal is, of course, to become decentralized, autonomous, and working together, everyone in concept, right? So this is an excellent concept, right? Now, one thing just to clarify is not necessarily because you have one of these Sharks NFTs, you are part of the DAO. That's not the case. That's my understanding, at least from this paper. Basically, to become a token holder, you need to burn one of your sharks. So basically, they call this some sort of, in the Hawaiian culture, you are sacrificing your shark to become part of the DAO. And then there is this concept, right, that if you burn your shark, you reduce the number of NFTs. If you reduce the number of NFTs, it becomes scarce, and the supply becomes scarce, as I already mentioned. And of course, this in theory should increase the price of the NFTs, right, or the project overall in general. So this is a very, very cool concept, right? Now, the con, of course, the con is very important. The con is related to the technological aspect of the project, right? I mean, that things didn't went smooth at the minting time. That's something that is not good. There are some technological barriers. Now, one of the things is they are aware of this problem. They accept the responsibility, and they are being transparent about that. They recognize that. They even publish another article where they talk about what happened, right? And so what it's important here is that the team is clear. They just didn't simply disappear as other teams do. No, they're taking responsibility for these. Apparently they like their project. They want to continue executing this project properly. So they gave here some summary of what happened that day, what happened, what they learned. This is very important. They're learning. It's a learning curve. Every project is still learning and what they're doing to execute it, right? So this is cool. They're here have a timeline of what happened, how things happen. They even incorporate some technical aspects, some quotes from the developers itself, and so on. You can come and look into that. I have experience in the technological side as a software developer as well, and yes, everything here makes sense. It's things that can happen, things that happen in every type of project, happens to big companies as well, happens to Facebook, even happens to space missions, everywhere. These type of things can happen everywhere, right? So, of course, you should be more careful about that. No, I'm not saying no, it's okay, it happens. No, no, no. You need to be very careful. So what I think that happened here is I think really they rush into releasing their NFTs. Probably they were not careful about their test bench. Maybe they didn't test this properly before minting. So I think that's one of the things that maybe was a problem. Even they mentioned here the difference wouldn't make a lot, no, but maybe I think in a week, in an order of a week delay or 2 weeks, would make things better. That's a personal thought, but I don't know. Really, I'm not part of the team. I don't know what's happening internally, right? Another thing is what they are doing to fix it. So they recognize the problem, they are transparent, and they're working for that. That's very important, right? They're bringing new developers, so this is very cool. They're expanding their team, so this is important, right? If they bring new developers, they will improve things. They bring people with experience, so this is very good. Another important aspect, I do recognize that people maybe sometimes don't recognize this as a virtue, but is that, and this is very important in the technological side of things, is that they're working as a team. And this is very clear here in the we. They're a team. They're not blaming a specific person or not. They're working on that as a team, and they want to solve that as a team. So that's great. Now, my takeaway for the project in general, is it undervalued or not? I think it's undervalued, at least in the art side. This is this is true art. This is very nice art. So I think it's undervalued. In the roadmap, it's a very cool roadmap. I like the idea. I like what they propose, but it's undervalued if they are capable of execute this project properly. Just it's undervalued, right? So if they execute this smoothly in the future, people will regret if they sold their sharks, right? So that's one thing you need to have in mind, right? So my takeaway, yes, I think it's undervalued. Just if developers continue executing the project, and of course it's not only they continue executing, it's that they execute the project properly. If they do this execution properly, I think there's a high chance of success for this project, right? So that are my thoughts. Now, I'm not advising you go and buy some of these NFTs, not at all. Be cautious about that. I already put the red flags there. You gotta be aware of that, right? I'm just trying to be transparent with that. I support the project. I like the NFTs. I support it a lot. First, because I already mentioned, because of the art, but I believe in the roadmap, right? Unfortunately, I don't know the team. I don't know the developers, so that's difficult. But I'm of course, I'm blindly hoping that they can execute this properly, right? So that's something I want to mention. And just to show you that really I'm investing in the project itself, I got two sharks, one at the meantime. Also, once the price drop, I also got another one. So this is the one I got at the minting time. This is the one I got at the sorry, when it was basically on a sale from my side, right? And if the price keeps dropping, probably I'll get another one. I just love the art, right? So I hope the team can execute this properly. I think they might have a bright future. I hope the team takes this as a lesson. They keep growing, they keep executing this properly. I think they have a great opportunity. They already built something. That's very important. They already built it. It's there, it's running, it has its troubles. Yes, these things can be fixed. Remember that everything in this technology can be fixed. So that's very important, right? So I think they need to be ambitious. They need to look further in the roadmap, and I would support the team. I hope the team can execute this properly. And that's it from today. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, leave a comment or smash that like button. Have a nice day.